What inspires y'all to do music? And is this something y'all always wanted to do growing up?
I've
Take-
always been
Oh,
around it.
Take
Somebody
your time.
say something. See, that's you know, I guess that's what the humble approach do. Like, no, you got it. No, you got it. No, you go ahead.
Yeah,
brother.
somebody called in.
But no, really, I grew up around it. My dad, uncle was a DJ, so that kind of had me always around music. My middle brother, very unique character. I love that dude, but he was always intrigued by it, and by me and him being closer in age, and kind of looking up to him. He also kind of drew me in as well, and for me, it just, I guess you could say, it just kind of happened. I felt like I always had something to say. You know what I mean? Hip hop. I think we're all a part of that culture. Definitely had an influence on my life. So, listening to a lot of cats secularly, it influenced me to want to try and see, let me try this art form. And God He didn't allow it for me to go secular. So my first time trying it, it was just, with the gospel. I started out first as a spoken word, writing poetry type artist, I guess you could say. And the opportunity presented itself to where, I could try it in hip hop form. So when I tried it, it just seemed like it's been with me ever since.
And y'all?
Alright, what inspired me, what got me into it, right? Well, for me, it was more so, I grew up listening to it, so I was a fan, of just music in general. But the point, I guess the moment that I got to the point where I wanted to start writing, that happened in my church. We was doing a mixtape. At that time, I was more of a spoken word person, doing poetry, and I was pretty much known for that. You know what I mean? So I never wrote anything before that time. So doing the mixtape, they wanted me to do something on the mixtape from the poetry perspective. So at this point, I guess I took it more so like, okay, mixtape is gonna be artists that rap, right? So I was like, I can't just do no spoken word. So I say, man, I'm gonna do something from the rap side, So that's when I wrote my first song. So, and I got a lot of good feedback for it. So at that point, I guess that's when I started getting into it. But music, I was always inspired to do music.
Okay. That's what's up. Well, me, I never really was thinking about the music thing. I wanted to be the president of the United States of America. No, I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. No, I actually wanted to, when I was growing up, I was in church. What inspired me to get into it, I was in church one day, and I noticed all my friends, they were sitting there, they were just kind of asleep. We was listening to all the hymns that they were singing and all those wonderful things, and I'm just gonna be honest, I was sitting there and I was just flat out bored. And some of my friends were asking me, it was like, man, we come to church, don't get me wrong, we love the Lord and all this stuff. Yeah, we did, but it was just like, man, we're sitting here listening to them sing, and sometimes it was just kind of boring. So actually, I went to my grandma at one point, and I don't want y'all to get me wrong. I understand the hymns now, okay? Back then, I didn't understand it. I probably didn't like it then, but now they actually are quite, I get it. They mean something to me now. And I'll talk about that sometime later. But what actually got me inspired, I went to my grandma, and I was like, Grandma, can I make a song, gonna be a little bit more upbeat. I'm kind of rapping with it, and do it at service one day. And she said, is it gonna be about Jesus? I said, yeah, it's gonna be about Jesus. And that's kind of how I got into it. And then from there, the vision kind of changed a little bit, trying to keep the kids involved. We want to keep them turned up or jumping for Jesus, as y'all just heard on the music right there. But just keep the kids involved, keep everybody understanding that just because you serve Christ, don't mean you got to be dead. You ain't got to serve. We don't serve a dead God. God is alive. We can turn up. We can have a little bit of fun. As long as it's uplifting the name of Christ.
So what artists did y'all grow up on listening to?
I started off, I guess, listening to straight gospel. You know, maybe Kurt Franklin's just sitting up there stunk. You know what I'm saying? That was probably the highlight for me. And then one day I got in the car with my auntie Missy. I'm gonna put her on blast. I got in the car with Auntie Missy. You know what I'm saying? I love you, Auntie. And she had me listening to some Trick Daddy, and I didn't know what that was. I was listening to this. I was like, what is this mess going on right here? And she said, it's rap, Stoney. It's rap. And I was like, I kind of like it. And so, you know, I was listening to that, of course, and eventually I started making my way on to listening to rap music a little bit more. And then, you know, some of that stuff just, it ain't clean. It just ain't. And like I said, I was in the church, so I guess it was a little blend there. I don't blend none of that with it now. Don't get me wrong. I ain't trying to sound worldly in the church. But, you know, get a little upbeat in there. And so I guess if you had to ask me what inspired me, what I listened to, it's a little mixture of Kurt Franklin, Mary in there, Trick Daddy. Little T.I., you know, I like T.I.
Don't love the kids.
Little T.I., but yeah, that would be a little bit for me. Mark 11.
Well, it was like a long list. You know, I came more up so like listening to more just hardcore, just straight hardcore. But like some of my favorites might have been Biggie, Tupac, UGK, 8Ball, and MJG, kind of like that whole little era. And then, you know, I was real a fan of just the music that came out of Atlanta back then. You know, you had like the Hard Boys, you had like, I can't even think of their name. They came, you know, they were from Decatur, but they were pretty hard back then. But it was a whole bunch of people like back then, like Atlanta just, that was my thing, like Atlanta T.I. and Jeezy, like all just that A, just, you know. But like I said, my favorites might have been Pac, Biggie. You know, they had a style that I just was, just they talent, they skill just was above everybody else, I felt like. But yeah, them people I kind of listen to.
Okay, A-Town down, I'm feeling it. What about you?
Man, through the family, friends, I think I listened to all of it. I was inspired by a few artists from out west, the Ice Cubes, Snoop. You come on up to the north to your Wu-Tangs and your Jada Kisses, Method Man. Rakim, that was my first rap that I ever tried to sit down and write. Like listening to him, I was at my grandma's house. That was the first rap I ever wrote. It was Paid in Full by Rakim, but Rakim's to your Nas to Come On Down South, you know, of course the home team, everyone each his name, your Jeezys, your T.I.s. CeeLo was probably like my heaviest inspiration from Outkast. Tennessee, I listened to all of it, you know, so it was just different flavors that, you know, I kind of drew to, from the beat to even their delivery to also their message. Your Scarfaces, Ghetto Boys, I was into all of it, so, you know, like a little gumbo pot of inspiration over here.
So y'all have a song called Represent out. What did that mean to y'all? Like, what inspired y'all to write this song?
Represent.
Sure hope.
It was just more so like, I guess looking at what was going on at the moment. You know, I always find myself looking at the false representatives. I guess that's what I'm gonna call them. You know, I always see myself looking at the false representatives, like how they, you know, they say they this and they say they that, but you know, looking at the lifestyle and how they go forth, you know, it's confusing people. You know, it's kind of contradictory. You know, if you think about it. So I guess that kind of was my mindset at that time, you know, just talking about the representation, you know, like when you go out to represent God and how you should represent him. So that was really like heavy on my spirit, you know, to just be like a representative for God, a true representative, anything, you know what I'm saying? Because like I say, you know, it's just so much diluted garbage, you know what I mean? Just straight up, that's what it is, just garbage, you know what I mean? It just make you just say, man, grieve my spirit. You know what I mean? You know, so
You gotta
get to you.
You gotta do the whole thing.
It just get to you. You know, you just see what be going on. You know, it just you have to say something about it. You know, and I feel like music we got the opportunity to just say what we gotta say and put it out there and go forth. You know, and be a light. You know, so that's what it was all about for me, man. Just being a real, true representative.
You have a caller. Go to your caller.
And we have a caller on the line. Caller, how are you doing today? And what's your name?
I'm doing pretty good. My name is L.A.
Hi, LA. Do you have a comment or a question for the Royalty Boys today?
Oh, yeah, I'm just so proud of those brothers. They came a long way. They've been out there grinding for years, and they never give up, and they truly doing the work that God called them to do. And their music, man, is very touching and inspiring. And I just want to tell them to keep up the good work. Big brother LA is watching you guys.
Appreciate
that.
LA. West Side.
Number work, OG. Triple.
Yeah, I'm one of the #1 fans. So I just seen that it was going to be on your show, and I just want to take a minute and shout at them and tell them if you guys ain't busy, I'm gonna need you on the 28th.
All right, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Abundant Life Church on Roosevelt Highway.
Okay.
Amen.
Well, you know, we come through for LA, man. We come through for you, LA.
All the time. I know you guys do, man. That's why I love you so much. Amen. But I got to get out of here, but I just wanted to take a minute and say hello to you. I'm always supporting you, and I am one of your #1 fans for life.
We
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Love you too, bro.
Y'all have a great day. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Well, that's inspiring. Well, speaking of that, how can people find y'all music?
Well, you can find our music at www.themroyaltyboys.com. That is everything you want to find. You can find it right there at Them Royalty Boys. Anytime you want to find us, just look up Them Royalty Boys. Hashtag Them Royalty Boys. At Them Royalty Boys. And make sure you spell it right. It's not DEM. It's THEM. Royalty.